Alright, so this is a new location. This is my brother's room. He moved out to Sydney, as I might have said, and this is his random poster he has in his room. That's from the Russian. Guessing that's from the First World War, but I don't know. The Russian Revolution, maybe. I don't know. And then if you turn it that way. Holy shit, I'm getting a headache. That way. You got some surfing posters and all sorts of stuff. Then a shelf. And then my bed. So my room been cleaned out basically. I'm moving down here for a few reasons. I'm not going to cover that in this video. Flyers played 2 games this week so far. Won one and lost one. I was expecting it to be the other way around. I expected them to lose to one opponent and then win the other game clearly. I was really happy they beat the Penguins to shut them up completely. They're obviously really tired going into the Panthers game, losing 5-2. That especially at home ice. That shouldn't happen. If it was 3-4 maybe, but 5-2. Panthers are 5-7-4 now. Flyers are 8-10. So these two teams are still at the bottom of the. Flyers still have a chance to make the playoffs. I think Panthers don't really have a chance. So Flyers are already down halfway through the first period. They're down 3-0. And then 4-0 halfway through the second. And then the third period, Luke Shen scores, make it 4-1. Then 5-1, and then 5-2, and then game over. That was a bit of a shame. I was expecting them to win both games. After I heard they beat the Penguins, and I watched it. Well, I actually thought they were playing the Jets. I was thinking, like, when I saw SportsCenter before the game, I was like, what, they're playing the Panthers? I thought they were playing the Jets, but I was like, okay, it must be retarded. So they're playing the Jets on Saturday afternoon for you guys. At home ice, they should win that one. They really should. Doesn't say here who they play next, but that 6-5 victory over the Penguins is probably the best victory all season long. It's meant the most. So they're down 2-0 against the Penguins, which is, even that, to tie that is really hard. And they took the lead 3-2. 4 unanswered goals. And then 4-3, and then 5-3, and then 5-4, 5-5, 6-5. Voracek, I think he's played the best game of his whole career by far that game. He's the second skater in Flyers history to score a hat trick against the Penguins in Pittsburgh, I think. And that was Bobby Clark in 1980. I think it was August something, 1980. Even that's impressive. So, what I think it comes next to the Flyers, Reed is out for 6 weeks, I think, so which is going to be terrible because he's an important player this year. But it's going to be a shame. He was one of the players that like made things happen when we were down. What was I going to say? Against the Jets, I expect us to win straight off the bat. We've had a day to rest, gone over what went wrong yesterday, and talked about it, and gone like, we need to improve this and this and this. I think it was just sloppy play that made us lose it. In Pittsburgh, it was like the referees were finally with us, as most Flyers fans would say. Which is a good turn, which is good. We just need to have that same principle for the rest of the whole season. I say a lot, I've realized. There you go. But really, Jets, they're 7-8, so they're in the same boat as the Flyers pretty much. They're negative by 1 or 2 games. They want to get into the playoff spots, and yeah. Yeah, so that's enough about the Flyers. I think the Flyers, if they win this game, they'll get this tone right, and they'll think, all right, this is ridiculous. We need to win. Then we need to win games now. I thought that was going to happen after the Pittsburgh game. Obviously didn't. So we'll see what happens. They play the Jets. I think they'll win 4-3. They're going to have a couple of sloppy plays on defense, which will lead to a couple of goals, but then they'll have offense. Claude is probably going to talk to him today, say we need to cut this out. We need to start winning games properly and effectively. Simmons will score 1 goal, Briere will score 1, Drew will have an assist, and the 4th goal will be Voracek. I'm guessing. Jets goals, I think, will be either from Ladd or Wheeler. Those are 2 good players or skaters on the Jets. Also on Saturday, Phillies played their first game of spring training against the Astros. Houston are now part of the American League West, so it'll be fun to see what they do. I'm actually going over to watch a game in Florida in March 23rd, I think, or March sometime. I'm pretty sure. We're going to Florida, so I'm guessing we're stopping for a game because I'm a big baseball fan, along with my dad. So we're going to see we're going to see a game. That should be good. Hamels was made first starter on the opening day, which is good. I'm not sure. I think they're playing the Braves on opening day, which is good. Good game to start off the season. Braves, they played very well last year. I don't know if half the season I know for the Phillies were just terrible, or every other teams in the divisions improved. Washington improved immensely. Atlanta improved slightly, and New York Mets are just, they start well and then just end badly. Marlins are the same. They start half bad, then they get a bit better, then they just drop. So, Astros, they haven't played them in a long time, I don't think. They might have played them last season a couple of times. Just me thinking about other sports than Houston. It's going to be a good game, I'm pretty sure. Howard and them are warming up now as we speak. Utley's fit for his first spring training start since 3 years ago or something, because he was out the first 2 years due to injuries in his leg, which is a shame. So he came quite late last season, but we have him now at the end of the season, which is good, which is what we need. So I know what I'm going to be watching today, this weekend. I got myself covered. Next week, I'll be probably making more videos because I'm in Sweden and Swedish high school. You have to do, I think, 1st grade, 2nd grade, and 3rd grade, which is like 10th, 11th, 12th grade. You have to do what's called practical work, is where you go to a job. It's like job experience week. You go to a job, you get assigned a job due to your interests. Now, first of all, I wrote down something with sports, like something with like a coach. Well, I think my video just lagged immensely. I don't know about that. Sport coach, like I'm working at a betting company or something like that, like a odds store or something, or like like a newspaper article, because I want to become a sports journalist when I'm older. Or something along sports. Second was busboy, because it's like I've been taught for 16 years of my life now at least to like clean up in the kitchen. I'm getting pretty darn good at it. And cleaning up, it's like a chore. I've got to thank my parents when I move out, because cleaning up, I'm gonna hate it now, and I will hate it for the rest of my childhood and when I live with my parents, but in the end I'm gonna be so thankful. And then the third thing, I was like, something with international studies or something. I don't know. I speak almost fluent Spanish. Well, fluent. I've studied for 7 years. Where am I? Since 7th grade, and I'm in 11th grade now, so you do the math. 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 5 years, plus I've done half a grade when I moved back here, so 5.5 years. I speak English fluently and Swedish, so I could have done some of that. Then and there's supposed to be places that are close to your home. I live southern Gothenburg, which is 25 minutes away from Central City, and then they assigned me something about 35 minutes north of the city. So I'm like, what the hell? And it's winter now, and it's something with gardening outside. So I'm like, what the heck can you do gardening for in like winter time? So I was kind of like confused. So I was like, all right, what am I gonna do? So I just figured I might have told you this last time, but whatever. So I did. What am I gonna do? Talked to my teacher. She said you could do something else if you want. I spoke to my old sports teacher at my old school. He said, cool, you can come work with me if you want. I'm like, sweet. So I'm working next week. Got pretty good hours. So, and it's for free. So I get free food, most importantly, and they're good hours, but I don't get paid. But yeah, it's a good experience to write on your thing. If you're a teacher, you can write how you control the kids and stuff like that, etc. It's good for putting on your CV and job experience in total. Well, that's about it. That's all I have to say, really. Feels weird. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a nice weekend.